Hello. It's nice to see you guys. I am recording this like way before the 12th of August. It's the 10th of August for me, 1:40 a.m. Slightly after midnight. Yeah, hope you guys have been doing well. Haven't seen you guys since the previous stream as well. I'll be away for about 2 weeks, but in the 2 weeks that I'll be away, I'll still have pre-recorded videos for you guys. This is the first one. I'm going to continue a game which I haven't played in at least 2 years, I believe. So if you want to get the whole story of everything up to this point in the game, you can watch the video 2 years ago. It'll be with my old model, but I hope you guys will still have something to watch if you'd like to watch it. And yeah, I honestly I have not watched that old video of mine. I've not watched that old video of mine. So I can't even remember what's going on in the story anymore. But we will figure it out together, I guess. Let's get into it maybe. Yeah. Today playing what was this game called again? Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yeah. I just want to get back to it because I remember it being very, very interesting. It's Ace Attorney with a pretty old setting. Yeah, I am kind of excited to play again because I have not touched it. I really have not touched it ever since I recorded the like pre-recorded streams for 2 years ago. So we're going to play some of it today. I'm just gonna goof around, try to figure out the story again because I honestly forgot the whole thing. And then yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this. I hope that it'll keep you company even though I won't be able to physically stream. But yeah, thank you so much. All the best for this week as well. Make sure to take care of yourselves and drink lots of water and sleep lots and eat lots. Okay, let's start. I don't want to waste time because I realized that a lot of the previous pre-recorded streams I tended to talk a little bit too much, and then there was like lots of gaps in between. I don't edit my videos, so maybe maybe we should just like focus on main content. Yeah, anyway, have a good week ahead. I will not be able to see you for about 2 weeks until the 26th of August. I'll still have these videos out so that you can have something to, listen to. Maybe you wanna just have a video in the background to watch. Okay, we're playing this game again. I don't remember the characters. If you hear no audio, that's normal because I hear no audio from this as well. Basically, we were trying to solve a murder case where somebody important was murdered in a restaurant, pretty close to us. I think, yeah, they were murdered in a restaurant pretty close to us, and we were sort of like suspected to be the culprit, but actually we're not because they were shot by someone. I don't know who they were. So this butler this butler looking guy is actually if I remember correctly, he's like an undercover cop. Yeah, and we had to prove him wrong to clear our innocence. Basically, in this case, we were taken as the suspect and we had no lawyer, so we had to defend ourselves. We had to defend ourselves, and we were able to, at least in the last two videos that I took of this game, we were able to defend ourselves by finding loopholes in the other person's, like the this person is being like a witness. We were able to find loopholes in the witness statements, and then this lady appears, and I think we're going to try and like wiggle our way out of this in the usual Ace Attorney fashion. Also, sorry about that. That was my that's my micro, like that was my Windows notification. Okay, let's try and see what we're up against now. I have completely forgotten most of the story, so please forgive me if I have some poo-poo moments because I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. I have completely forgotten this story, so we'll just try to figure it out along the way. I just want to play this game because it's been a long time since I have, and I don't like like leaving games half done. I just remember that I haven't done it. I like haven't finished this one, so let's continue on this one. Okay, the victim's death. Okay, basically they were in a restaurant. I think he was waiting for someone, and then there was an important person sitting in the table next to him, sitting at the table next to him, and that person got shot. So what happened? Let's see. This important person like came out of nowhere as well. I think she's someone who is. So our character, I forgot his name. He's gonna be studying at a lawyer school, a school for law, I think. And this is one of the important people there. I don't know. I cannot remember already. Fortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burns his wrist like that. Oh, right. Okay, so this man next at the table next to us, he was ordering a steak, but then he has like I think he has burn marks on his wrist, but because of the hot plate. And the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I really don't remember most of the story. And the waiter brought my steak. The professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken, can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. What about poison? Poison. Poison is completely. Why not? Like, because you had your drink, right? You toast. The, the, they had a toast, right? So it could be poison. This country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Wow. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, this is the judge. That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Why are they... Easy does it. Okay, this is our character, Ryunosuke. He has to defend himself. Yeah, so he's being framed for the murder of this character. Okay, I'm gonna look at the court record because this is all the evidence we have. Maybe this can help spark some memories. Okay, proof that I'm a student at the Imperial Yume University. I always wear it on the color of my uniform jacket. Post-mortem report. Okay, post-mortem means after death. It's sort of like the autopsy report. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Yeah, so I think they were. It was like an argument point where the bullet should have like passed through. I think this was one of the loopholes that they found. If it did not pass through the victim's body, then it allowed our character to get out of like a certain argument earlier on. A photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. Okay, can I examine it? Oh, okay. Space. Oh, okay. And so he got shot. He was eating steak with a hot plate. Waiter's business card. Wait. Sketch of the restaurant's layout is on the back. On the front, it's stated that Hosonaga-san is a police inspector. Hosonaga-san is a butler-looking guy I saw earlier. Yeah. Apparently, he works at that restaurant, but he's also sort of like an undercover cop. Yeah. So he was trying to draw the layout of the restaurant on his name card, and I think the X was where the X was where the because there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there. Exactly, and that's not all. Look here in the upper left where it says kitchen. No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen. You mean you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryunosuke. Yeah, I think the X is where the person the victim was. Okay. Crime scene photograph. Bottle of carbonated water. and a steak lunch can be seen at the victim's table. So he was eating steak. He was halfway through it already. Um, Medical report card record of dental work on the day of the murder. Victim had undergone. Oh my god, my English. Undergone dental treatment and had been prohibited from eating or drinking anything but water. So, I think this combined with like some of the other evidence showed that he wasn't the person who ate the steak because he couldn't have been eating meat. Yeah, so he could only drink water there. I think this was the like one of the argument points. So this showed that there had to be someone else at that table. He wasn't alone. That means that if he wasn't alone, then we couldn't have been the only suspect. I think this was what was going on. I'm slowly coming back to me. Sorry guys, instead of like enjoying a game with you, I have to like try and figure it out first. This is what happens after, a photograph. After like 2 years, you forget everything. A photograph taken by Hosonaga-san after the incident occurred. It shows Miss Brett's handbag on a chair by the victim's table. So this proves that this person, Miss Brett, was there. Okay. Now we very quickly look at the people. Okay, Kazuma Asogi. This is like your friend. He's like a very good friend. And I think he has the opportunity to study like overseas. But they're saying that because you're the suspect, they were actually initially wanting this person, Kazuma, to defend you instead as your lawyer. But your character was afraid that if he lost the case, because the case was apparently pretty hard to fight, if he lost the case, then this guy wouldn't be able to, like go overseas to study. Yeah. So that was, I think, like some of the things that were mentioned. Eugene Mikotoba. This is the medical school professor at the Imperial Yume University. He's an authority in forensic medicine and Kazuma's mentor. Taketsuchi Aochi. This is the prosecution, the lead prosecutor of this case, who would appear to have little love for the changes the cultural reformation has brought about. Okay, this is the victim. The victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine at the Yume University from the British Empire. This is the butler-looking guy, the head waiter of the European-style restaurant La Carnival. He was serving there on the day of the incident. This was one of the customers at like a nearby table, I think, and army sergeant of the Empire of Japan who witnessed the incident. His name is Yesanosa. So yes or no, I don't know. Curio Correcuta. Curio collector. The owner of Raste, who was hunting for a lost Hoei era gold Koban coin at the time of the incident. Okay, and then we have this mysterious lady, Giselle Brett, a British exchange student who was studying under the victim at Yume University's medical school. Okay, now that we sort of have everything sort of, let's try and figure it out. Easy does it. I hope that this is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Damn. Why is she like this? Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Man, these guys are... Not at all, not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I'll be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. She's being so annoying. Huh? Thanks. Was that a prayer then? Kazuma. Well, you'll have to figure... Oh, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. Tonk. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? I really love Ace Attorney games because it's fun. The plot twists are fun. And it makes you feel good when you present the evidence correctly. I don't know. I really love this series of games. I've been playing it since I was a kid. Mostly on my like Game Boy in the past, but that's like a long time ago. Did you guys have like consoles growing up? I think my only console was a Game Boy. I did have a DS at one point, but then my cousins sort of like wrecked the buttons, so I didn't get to play it for long too. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Okay, time to argue. Cross-examination. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. Okay, I'm assuming we need to press, we probably need to fight against that one statement that she makes where there's no other possible cause of death. And I already think I know the evidence to that one. It's probably that he drank only water, and they made a toast too. So probably gotta fight against that point. So when the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. Let's press this first. Yes! As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember, which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although... Whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Conveniently, don't remember. I think, yeah, the police is part of like setting up this thing as well. So, I don't know what's going on. She just says, damn you. I have enough English to understand that at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you. No, he's he's totally wrong. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway, okay. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. Wait, actually, does it? Was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Cause of loss of blood. Loss of blood. Does it say anything else? Single bullet fired at close range. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. Yeah, I can't really like fight against this statement, but we'll press it anyway. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life. But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must already have been dead at that point. And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Aochi is right. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. I need to slowly figure it out too. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Yes. Okay, let's press this statement. Let's just press all the statements to see like extra descriptions because I need the help. Without leaving a trace. If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however, a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There will be physical traces with all those causes of death. That's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. Yeah, that's the poison. It's probably poison. You're going to have to tell everyone exactly... You're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought. Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. I like how they're not even questioning her just because she's pretty. On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Auchi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. And use that. The picture. Can I go back? Is it? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Let's present the picture of the carbonated water. Let me look at the picture. Yeah, the water's almost gone, right? The water is almost gone. Okay. Let's present this one.
Yes!
Yes! Well, what about that last statement made by the witness? Uh-oh. Did I... It seems perfectly reasonable to me. Exactly. Perfectly reasonable in every way. Perhaps you should take a leaf out of the witness book and learn to be more reasonable yourself. What? Oopsies. Wait. Here's some other... Please do show me. Whereas this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Yes!
Maybe let's just press everything and see if we get some evidence. You know, I think we might not have the evidence now to clear this one. Inferior, what do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. Why is he being proud about that? Isn't she calling out his country? La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Why is he coughing? Is he okay? Right, he always coughs like blood. Doesn't even occur to you, to your naive detectives, to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand. A killer... This guy is so annoying. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Okay. Amazing, he's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Aochi is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma. What, Ryunosuke? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About this guy. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Okay, we're big braining this now. Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Okay. Da, da, da. Of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Okay, let's press that. Inferior? What do you mean by that? Okay, so this is mostly the same as earlier.
Wait.
Oh. He cough now. Yes, there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you find they often let their guard down. You're right, look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Alright, I think I was saying this during the recording like 2 years ago. I don't know how I can remember this, but Kazuma has like the typical, you know, the hero, the MC, the main character bandana. Sorry? Pursue? I explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? The bubble? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. Oh! But by moving the marker left and right with A and D, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. Or you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. Okay? If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. Oh, this is like a new mechanic. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across with A and D and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with space and see what's on his mind. Here we go. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Okay, so I have to look at him now. Pursue. Excuse me. What's the meaning of this? Man, he really needs something for his cough. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts, deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court. Objection! Objection! What is the meaning of this? I like how he wipes his face over his glasses. It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. Hmm? Damn, they're just slamming the tables. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Bang! Bang! Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved with the case. Bonk. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak. Ayo? What is he gonna say? The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain, which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. Okay, give it to me. Come, show me. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Oh, is he okay? a crime scene thief? Now, at least he's doing the right thing, I guess. Well, it looks like the lady's remarks. It looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this for example. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. Maybe after you fix your cough, bro. I can't say I condone the witness' actions, but I do understand the sentiments. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Sorry, I'm tripping up on my words a lot today. The carbonated water bottle has been entered into the court record. Okay, carbonated water the victim and Miss Brett shared on the day of the murder. It was on the victim's table. Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the question. I cannot with English today. What is happening? I'm just tripping over my tongue all the time. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Fortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. Wait, so what are we supposed to, like... Yes! Have I pressed this already? I think I have. Right, waiter. Exactly as you say, sir. Although... Wait, I kind of missed that. I'm afraid I don't remember that. Oops. Whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table. Okay, maybe I just try. Maybe I just try to present the information. Okay, maybe we present the bottle here. Yes! Let's try. What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. See, I'm so smart. I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Right, if he died to poison, then the person could have just shot his dead body. And then, you know, framed it on you. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order. And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person, and they left out a little bit of English here. There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett, it was you.
Objection!
Objection! This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile. Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
Objection! This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one's individual guilt with respect to one crime. What? Ouchie. He's been dealt the ouchie. the fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We're here to determine the truth. If I may, I will silence you forever for this disgrace. Oh, shut up. Oh, she told him to shut up. It is you who should be silenced. Oh, of course. Dear lady. Where did that come from? She just snapped. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring? I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated that... My English. You still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. Whether it contained poison or not. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Of course. You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? Yes, I've forgotten. Oh, okay. I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And? What did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What if it's poison from Britain? What then? What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No. I love how everyone's super animated in this one. Like, their reactions are pretty funny. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Bonk. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. Just because we found the gun on the floor, it doesn't mean that we are the culprit, you know. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no. I'm just glad the matter is resolved. Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point? Kazuma. Oh no. I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more. Well, if you excuse me now, I really must be leaving. No, don't you go yet? It's person renaissance. Hold it. Oh, who's that? Oh, everyone's shocked. Eh? Who's this? Okay, this is a character we haven't seen yet. Please, wait. Isn't that? What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistance to the Defense. Eh? Mikotoba? Wait, isn't that the professor's like daughter? I think Mikotoba was the name of the principal of the school. I think. Wait. Let me court record. Yeah, let's just go look at the people really quick. Mikotoba. Yeah. It's the professor's daughter, maybe? I don't know. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package, wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. What's in that package? The poison? Is that the poison that was used in the package? Oh, to be continued? What happened? We'll go on for a little more for this video, maybe. We'll just see what's gonna happen next. Man, look at this. We did this like 2 years ago. What is it? 14th of April 2022. That's like, yeah, that's like 2 years ago. No wonder I don't remember anything. Okay, let's save here. But yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good week. Please make sure to take care of yourselves, okay? I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I am having a good time. It's just that my tongue keeps tripping over itself. 22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, courtroom 2. I looked at briefly at the video that we took like 2 years ago. I was using my old model still. Well, I understand you are the judicial... Is that how I pronounce it? Assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ha, judicial assistant and a woman no less. Hey. Hey. What is this? Gender equality, hello? The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. Oh, this... Probably like old, like old views. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha, you're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. Bonk. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. But, Your Excellency, I'm most grateful. Man, this game not having like everything voiced makes my throat hurt. Who exactly are you? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something written in English. It's Giselle Brett's research. The English woman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? Probably about poisons, I think. I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no, of course not. Let's read English. Time to read English. Special characteristics of curare. Is that how I pronounce it? Curare? And its effects on human subjects. I think this is the poison, right? Curare? What is that? I've never heard that word before. Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. This is... Man, there was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful. Thank you. Giselle's report has been entered into the court record. Okay. Goodbye then, and good luck. Aw, she helped us. Bonk. You've had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. Why not? I mean, it's a murder. We should be able to detain anyone who has like the slightest bit of involvement, you know. I asked the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Alright, the character on his fan here, it's actually the character for Sin. Yeah, like crime or something like that. Sin, Tsumi. Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency? If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer? It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. Damn! It's time for snacks! Let's go! Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realized it was phrased as a question, however. I must ask you to treat that as an order. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. Bonk. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? Okay, find out next time on the next stream. I'm sorry, I have to properly like time out the durations for these because I really don't have time to record all 4 videos. Yeah, if I were to make each of them an hour long, I think, yeah, I don't have enough time within like 2 days. Sorry, I had to cut it short here today. I will continue with this on the next one. Next one will be on Thursday, which is going to be the, let's see, what day is it? Thursday is 12th of August is Monday. 13, 14, 15, 15th of August. On the 15th of August, I'll have another pre-recorded stream. Honestly, I will be recording like from now, as in I'll just continue this right away, but you guys will have to wait until, you know, 3 days later. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is the me on 10th of August talking to you from the past. Talking to you in the future. I'll see you, you know, 3 days later from now. Thank you so much. Have a good week, okay? Please make sure to take care of yourselves while you're out and about. I will be able to chat with you soon. Maybe, yeah, I'll chat with you soon again. Just hope that I'll be able to finish my training soon and come back to you guys. Yeah, for the usual chatting streams and, you know, gacha games. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care. Take care. Hope you guys won't miss me too much. I'll miss you guys for sure. Yeah, take care of yourselves, okay?